Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are actually just going to be talking about one of my very favorite cold weather meals. It is a complete crock pot meal and it is a white chicken chili. And when I tell you it is one of the easiest things that I make, I'm being dead serious. It is so easy. So I just felt like I would share. Again, it's a super quick recipe. So for white chicken chili, you are going to take all of the ingredients that I'm about to tell you and you're just going to put them all straight into the crock pot and then cook it until it's warm. Like, you don't have to pre-cook anything before you mix it all together. Like, you just dump all of this into the crock pot, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to take 3 cans of chicken breasts in a can. I use 12.5 ounce cans, 3 of them. I drain all of them. I rinse them because I think that chicken is kind of gross if you don't rinse them. So I rinse them, dump them in. Then it is 2 cans of plain corn, and you don't drain them. You put them in with the liquid. And then it is 2 cans of black beans, drained and rinsed as well, because I think the sludge on those is gross also. Then you're going to do 2 packages of cream cheese, and then you're going to do 2 cans of tomatoes and chilies undrained with the liquid. Dump it all in there. Then you are going to do 1 or 2 ranch seasoning packets. What I typically do is I will put in 1 ranch packet, and then once everything is melted, I will see if I think that it needs a little bit more, and I usually end up with around 1.5 of the ranch packets in there. But I do kind of do that part of it to taste. So I would add 1 initially and then wait until it is all warmed up and mixed before you add any more. But then it is 2 teaspoons of onion powder, 3 teaspoons of cumin, 3 tablespoons of chili powder, and then you mix all that in. And then usually I end up adding 1 can of chicken broth just to thin it out a little bit because you aren't adding a whole bunch of liquid. The only liquid that comes out of it is what you're adding from the corn and the tomatoes and chilies, and so it is quite a bit thicker. So I usually end up doing 1 can of chicken broth. I don't usually do that again in the initial mix. I usually do that after everything's been warmed up, right before I serve it, because like I said, the liquidiness of it can vary a little bit, and I don't want it to end up coming out like a soup. I do want it to be thick like a chili. Sometimes if you did want to thin it out so that it was more of a soup, you could add more chicken broth. If you don't have chicken broth, I've also added water and it comes out exactly the same. I like to use the chicken broth better just because in my head it gives it a little bit of a deeper flavor, but really I don't know that it actually does because like I said, I've used water and it has been just fine. So like I said, you make this entire thing in the crock pot, mix it all together. It is so easy. I know that the first time that I made it, I actually had all of the ingredients in my house. I ran across the recipe somewhere, I don't even know where, and I have just kind of altered it slightly from the original recipe I found for what works for our family, and this is what we've ended up with. So, like I said, I know I just rattled off all the ingredients, but here is the recipe card if you would like to. Hi guys, today's Advent reading is going to be Isaiah chapter 42 verses 1 through 9. This is my servant, I strengthen him. This is my chosen one, I delight in him. I have put my spirit on him. He will bring justice to the nations. He will not cry out or shout or make his voice heard in the streets. He will not break a bruised reed, and he will not put out a smoldering wick. He will faithfully bring justice. He will not grow weak or be discouraged until he has established justice on earth. The coasts and islands will wait for his instruction. This is what God, the Lord, says. Who created the heavens and stretched them out? Who spread out the earth and what comes from it? Who gives breath to the people on it and spirit to those who walk on it? I am the Lord. I have called you for a righteous purpose, and I will hold you by your hand. I will watch over you, and I will appoint you to be a covenant for the people and a light to the nations, in order to open blind eyes, to bring out prisoners from the dungeon, and those sitting in darkness from the prison house. I am the Lord, that is my name, and I will not give my glory to another, or my praise to idols. The past events have indeed happened. Now I declare new events. I announce them to you before they occur. And I really hope that you make this. I hope that you enjoy it. Like I said, it's absolutely delicious. And thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye.